Hey peeps, welcome back to NikkiT.live. We are back building again today. My camera is wobbling a bit. I have I don't know what everybody else has for their setups to the live stream, but I got two lights in front of me sitting on my monitor, making sure I got audio. Yes, do I have audio? Yes. Cool. And I got my iPhone sitting on, it's like a gooseneck kind of thing. But if I move too much, it does wobble a bit, and I'm thinking of reconsidering how to do that. I've got the other camera over here because we're hanging with Flash Darth and my mini PC again. Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. I kind of like the in front one, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, hope you're all doing good. So yeah, kind of recap yesterday. I was showing. So I work at a place called Pomerium. I'll drop a link to it here. Essentially, we're a zero trust security model based software, but we're just a really good way to secure stuff that matters. Anyways, that said, I was trying to demo securing LLMs the other day, basically Open Web UI and Olama. And then it's like, because I've done this demo a bunch of times on my own computer, and I'm like, why is it not working on the mini PC? And basically, there was lots of people in the chat, which was super helpful with suggestions like, is traffic running? Is there IP tables, or like, could be a bunch of things. But basically, what it came down to was, sorry, I'm just staring at something in the chat. Okay, yeah, that's just me posting that. Basically, what it came down to was I had installed K3s because part of the mini PC was to I need to install a Kubernetes cluster, secure it with Pomerium and stuff, and traffic was running on one of the ingress controllers, and that was blocking port 443 for something. So basically, I had Pomerium running, but I kept getting these certificate errors, and I was like, "What's going on?" Because this is it's literally like a 2-minute thing to set up normally, and I so basically spent most of the stream trying to figure it out. Lots of good suggestions. Check IP tables. UFW wasn't running, so in the end, I uninstalled K3s. I cleaned IP tables because it installs some stuff in there in terms of routing. And after that, what happened was I cleaned it too well. So then I started Docker. The Docker didn't work. So I had to basically stop the Docker service, restart it, and then it rebuilt what it needed in the IP tables. And then everything was good. Did a quick proof of concept loading Pomerium, just going to a route, and it worked. So that's what the issue was. So, and talking to people internally, because I am relatively still fresh. This is I'm 3.5 months here now. Well, we're getting close to 4. 4 months will be, yeah, over 3.5 months now. May 13th will be 4 months for me being at Pomerium. But basically, Pomerium Zero, which is a really easy way to get set up with a home lab and stuff, it doesn't play well with Kubernetes in some scenarios, I think, or in general. So it makes more sense to go with Pomerium Core for that. But that said, I think what I was going to do today is I'm going to show you securing the Open Web UI so that you can see hey, this is my own chat GPT that I can run locally. I can access it securely, whether I'm on my own machine or if I'm not even at home, So I think this is a nice thing to do. So what we're going to do is the way I'm thinking is I'm gonna just go through the whole setup. We have most of it done already because this was something I started to do on Monday or Tuesday. That ran into those network issues. So, oh, I'm yawning. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna show that whole flow working, and then there's not much to it in terms of config and stuff. And we have this in the docs on how to set this up, but I think I'm just going to create a repo, public obviously, where people can pull that down. And then all you'll need is a Pomerium 0 token. And then I think this will be a nice way for people to be able to just, if they're interested in Pomerium, it's a quick way to just check it out with a like a real world use case, which is like, who doesn't want a free chat GPT, right? So I think that's what we'll do today. Cool. Let me just check Slack for work here. Um, and for people that might be joining these for the first time, so like on NikkiT.live, I have guests as well. Like if we switch over to pairing view here for a second. Um, yeah, so if we go to NikkiT.live, I'll go ahead and share this. I should add these. Actually, let me add these buttons in so I don't have to keep posting them. Let's go to Elgato here, the stream deck. I can't zoom this in, but I have this for my guests normally. Oh, I don't have. So other context here, I got OBS set up on my work computer. Well, I already had OBS on my work computer, but at the start of the week, I got my whole Nikki T Live setup put up on here, but I'm still missing some stuff. So I don't have the YouTube add-on. So we'll do like a little side quest first. So let's go and find the YouTube one. Cool. There we go. And we're just going to add this to Stream Deck. Cool. All right. Nice. Okay, that's installed. And let me check here now. If we come here, okay, we've got both. Cool. So I'm just going to put NikkiT.live here and NikkiT.live here. So there's no account yet. So I got to add a new one. So let's do that. And let's do NikkiT.co. Boom. All right. Cool. So if we come back here, okay. Okay, added it, but I think I have to come out here again and then try it again, maybe. Let's see if I have it now. It should be just NikkiT.live. I can't zoom this in, but basically, because it's not a web page, but this is the Elgato Stream Deck configuration. So there, oh, I'm not even connected to Twitch here either. Okay, so my YouTube's wired up now. So let's just add Twitch. Twitch account added. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Why is Nikki T Live down? Okay, that's a whole other thing, but let's come here now. Okay, Nikki T online. There, NikkiT.co. Okay, cool. So now I can go press my button, and then you should see the link pop up on YouTube and Twitch. It should show up on YouTube in a second. If there we go. For people checking this out from LinkedIn, there's no APIs to actually post to the LinkedIn live comments. So, and I can't, even from Restream, which is what I use for multi-streaming, even from Restream itself, I can't just go in, or at least I don't think there is a LinkedIn API. Let's actually go check. Not LinkedIn API, but add-on for the Stream Deck. I'm gonna guess no, but yeah, nope. Okay, cool. Why is Nikki T live down? Oh, weird. Okay, we had a hiccup there. Okay, so anyways, this is Nikki T.live. So like, anyways, what I was saying is, uh, I'm because I was traveling a lot, like for about a month, but I'm back live coding in the mornings, my time Eastern. So typically it'll be 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. But I also have guests on NikkiT.live. So like if we look at the past streams, you can see like hung out with Corbin Crutchley recently talking about Tan Stack Form and stuff. So I don't have any new ones in the pipe yet. I've just been super busy at work. But I also pull in my stream schedule for other places. So like I live stream for Pomerium as well. So got some good guests coming up. Gonna be hanging out with my old CEO, B Dougie. We're gonna be talking about self-hosting your AI coding assistant. And I also do another one on it's called Twofold Two Stack. This is over on cfe.dev. And so I do that monthly. It's like a guest stream, but I've got a channel there now, and it's a lot of fun. And also in June, hanging with an old coworker, Sean Roberts from Netlify. We're going to be looking at MCP servers and deploying them at Netlify and building them there. And that's it there for now. But basically, this is where I post my whole schedule for all the places I stream. And you can just check out my channels and stuff too. So, um, yeah, so just check that out if you want to. All right. Nothing going on socials here. Let's just see. All right. Cool. All right. Thanks, Staff Junk, for liking that. All right. Cool. Cool. So, yeah, what we're gonna do today is we can ignore this. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, I was looking up issues yesterday, but not that. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the mini PC. There's a few things here. I'm logged in. This is Pomerum Zero, by the way. So you can just go to pomerum.com and then you can log in or sign up. So like I'll log out here. Um, but basically you can sign up here if you're interested. Again, not trying to sales pitch. I'm just using this for Home Lab. I am dog fooding our product, obviously, because I work there. Um, but I have my personal account here as well. So I'm just going to log in with GitHub. And like I was saying, so with Pomerum Zero, like if you just sign up for an account, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get up to 10 routes, which is pretty nice for a home lab. Obviously, if you want to do more, you could pay for Pomerum Zero if you want, but our whole product is open core. So like even a lot of people will just run the open source version. And I'm gonna do that on my mini PC at some point. But today I thought it'd be fun to just do this side quest of create a small repo of just how to get up and running quick with the secured LLM. So here, let's go Pomerium. If I knew how to spell. Yeah, so this is basically what I set up the other day. And then I couldn't get Pomerium Zero running because of my network issues. So I'll just go ahead and paste this in here. But this is essentially what we're doing. Okay. I just need some more coffee. I've got like water here. I've got a water bottle on the ground with extra water, and I just filled up a thermos of coffee. So there we go. Cool. I am a big fan of coffee, although tea's good too. And when I was in London, I was drinking tea because the hotel room. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't have coffee in the hotel room by default. I don't think. So I was drinking tea like when I'd wake up, or I don't know. It did have coffee too, I think, but I was enjoying some tea as well. Is my point. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this whole guide right now because we set this up already. It's more just I want to go to my routes configuration for Pomerium. So let me zoom this in here. So basically we have this verify endpoint and we have this open web UI route. So for folks getting familiar with this stuff, essentially Pomerium is an identity aware proxy. This is something that came from Google originally, some papers called the Beyond Corp papers, and Zero Trust Security was born. So this is what we do too. So the what you basically have to config in general, there's other settings too, but you just typically want to secure routes. So I'm using the domain that gets provisioned from Pomerium here with Let's Encrypt. So I can put a custom domain, which we can do after too. But basically, I create a route. So like if I go to llm.briefpigeon1724.pomerium app, it's going to go to my mini PC on port 3000. And for now, the policy is only people that have the nikkit.co domain in their email, which is me. Okay, so that's set up already. I think we need to rotate the token maybe. So let's do that. Or, well, Yeah, let's see here. Maybe yeah, I'll rotate it just in case because I'm not sure if I had to. There's some UX issues in here that'll get sorted out at some point. Like, as somebody who's done a lot of front end, some of the flows aren't great. I think you should always be in the context of what you're doing as much as possible. And if you need to do something related to that, you shouldn't have to leave the page. So that's just general stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the token. I like this recent update we did where originally the tokens were visible. Uh, I suggested this because like having worked at Netlify, this is a pattern you see. You also see this in like 1Password. You can reveal it, obviously, but by default, being able to copy it and not showing it as I think it's just a better UX pattern and security. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to go put this over in my notes for a second. Why do I have text edit open? Oh yeah, I accidentally opened a binary. Okay, let me open up my notes 1 sec here. All right, cool. Just keep this on the other page. No super secrets or anything, but you know. All right, it's just easier. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so I got the token over there. And I'm just gonna copy the domain as well, just in case. I'm wondering, did people see my screen say take a break? That's only shows up for me. I don't think that gets recorded. I got this really nice monitor. I did the web dev challenge, so uh, I'm kind of all over the map here today. But if we come back to Nikki T Live for a second, guest spots. So I was recently on Jason's web dev challenge. Jason Langsdorf has this really cool web dev challenge. Let me pause that. If folks want to check that out. But basically, one, that was a fun thing. Check that out. But we use BenQ monitors there, and BenQ actually sent me one, and I'll drop a link to it. This is me plugging it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I mean, I did write a review of the monitor in exchange for it. Oh, I received the Go badge. Nice on Dev2. Cool. Visit my profile. All right, I'm a gopher now. Sweet. Okay. Let's go to the dashboard here. Where is it? This is an honest review. It's not me just like shilling for it. I tried it out, and I really enjoyed it. So this is a literal honest review, but for full disclosure, they did send me one. Um, uh, I think the weird thing about this monitor, or at least initially, was the aspect ratio is 3:2 and it's 28 inches. I was on a 34-inch monitor before, and so like I went from like this to like this again. And prior to my 34-inch monitor, I had a 27-inch monitor for years. But I gotta say, like I'm really loving it. I might actually get another one at some point. But for now, I have my laptop on the left and the monitor here, and it's pretty solid. Anyways, it's cool stuff. All right, enough with the plugs. Let's get back to some code, Nick. Okay, I've got that. Okay, let's go. Hello, Ghosty. Okay, let's just get out of here. I was running Pomerium from source code here for just testing out a new feature, which is actually pretty cool. We have native SSH coming. It's in the works. We demoed it at KubeCon. Super dope stuff. All right, cool. Let's clear that. Let's go to my mini PC. I'm in, where is it? CD dev, open web UI, ls, -l. Okay, I got the .env here. Cool. I'm gonna just switch to just me and Darth for a second while I update my .env. Cool, and let's copy that. And boom, there we go. Let's go get the token. All right. Escape right. Quit. All right, cool. We are so back. All right. And the only other thing I wanted to check is compose.yaml. Let me zoom this in. Verify brief pigeon. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I think everything is set up here now. So let's just quit here. Let's clear. Let's do Docker compose up. This is just an alias I have. Ooh, error response. Driver failed programming external connectivity on endpoint open web UI. Let's try that again. Fine for port. Oh, you know why? That is valid because I have something else running, I believe. Yes, I do. Okay. So let me go stop that. That was my test from yesterday. So let's do Docker compose down first. And let's see here. What is it? What? Yeah, I'm still learning the tmux. Actually, I'm not in tmux right now, but okay, that's good. So we just need to go back to what was it? Test, test lab. Test labo was the one I think. There we go. Okay, now let's go back to what was it? Open web UI, Docker compose up. Okay, now we're good. Let's see what we got. Everything's up and running now. So let's just go to HTTP mini-me. Can't reach that address unreachable. Oh yeah, I changed the port. Okay, let's forget that for now. Let's go to what is the routes we have running here. So let's go to my routes. Let's see. Okay, so this is the verify endpoint. I'm gonna log in as, is it set up for nikiT.co? Yeah, it is set up for nikiT.co. So I'm gonna log in. Your browser upstream host server is down. Okay, so what did I do wrong here? Of course, it's live streaming. Something's gonna go wrong. Let's see here. Open web UI. Verify endpoint is up. Hold on. Compose.yaml. Okay, I've got the 0 token. It's reading that. Verify. Yeah, so this is why I think that is there. Okay, that's good. Port 3000 to 8000. Okay, there's a couple things here. What am I? I'm always running into issues. What's going on here? Let's check a few things here. That's good. Verify. Okay, it's saying the upstream host is not, so let's just try going to the verify. Escape, quit, curl, HTTP, verify 8000, is it? Hold on a sec, let me go. Did I have that right? Let's double check here. Oh, this is 8000. Save route. Okay, let's try that. Really? There we go. So that's working. So we're on the mini PC. Command 0 is running, and I'm logged in as nick at nikiT.co. Let's try the LLM. Okay, so it's not like in that. So I have a feeling that's related to my route. So can try by IP actually. Let me get the IP of that. Oh, what's the easiest way to get this is like the networking stuff I'm learning on Linux. Get IP Linux. What's the command? I think, yeah, just IP address really. Okay. I get to look like silly. All right. Cool. IP address. Okay, that's a little too much, but ba, ba, ba. Well, actually, let me do this first. Curl HTTP 127.0.0.1 Okay, so it's up and running. It's definitely the route configuration. So I just do need the IP address, but uh, where is it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Routes, open web UI. Let's save route. Now let's try it. There we go. Okay, so I'm logged in and I have access to some stuff here. Okay, that's cool. So we're all up and running. So I've got Code Llama here. Let me zoom in. And let's see, what else do I have? Okay, yeah, so I have some other models I have installed here. Okay, so we could do, let's just say, I don't know. Uh, let's see here. I did this the other day, but create a linked list implementation in TypeScript. Okay, so we're gonna go. Code Llama is gonna run. So just to solidify what's happening here is, hey, how's it going, Roxy? Good to see you. So just to solidify what's going on here, I went to this URL llm.briefpigeon blah blah blah. I had to log in and then through Pomerium, and then I got logged in, and now I have access to my own Chat GPT on my that's running on my mini PC, and I can access it locally, but I can also access it if I'm not even in the house now. And Roxy, I don't know if you are uh, able to test something for me or not, but I'm gonna paste this in the chat. If somebody wants to actually try uh, Open Web UI that's running off of my computer, you can go to this URL that I just dropped, but you actually need to message me your email. Okay, Roxy, if you don't mind, just you can just DM me. I don't know, like on Twitter or something. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add your email to the policies here. So uh, if I come over here, that's okay. All right, I didn't know you're gonna post it right there. So, but that's fine. Um, cool. And so let's go and get the routes. I'll get, well, if anybody actually wants to email Roxy, she's looking for a role. She is a career switcher, badass librarian that is doing a lot of front end lately, I think. And I'm not sure what else you're doing lately, Roxy. You also became a Torque ambassador. Okay, so I lost my routes. Where did we go? Yeah. All right, cool. Log in. Okay. So basically, I'm going to do a new policy here. Let's do policies. So a policy is just really like somebody can log into something, but then once they're logged in, like based on a policy, are they still allowed to actually go to the thing they were trying to go to, even though they're logged in? So let's add a new policy here, and then we'll say Nick and Roxy. And this is going to be, we're going to add an allow block here. There's this little builder, and I'm just going to say, and so we're going to say email is, that is not Roxy's email. Let me copy it. Yeah, I saw it deleted by the mod, which is okay. Oh, and now I know why I can't copy it. It's because I'm trying to copy it off of OBS and it's not liking it. So let me just capture the text. If you don't want me to show your email on screen, just let me know. Totally cool. I can do this off. Uh, or was that yep? You just said yep. It's okay to show your email. I don't know. Um, for the time being, I won't show it, so I will just go off screen. Oh, it's fine. Okay, cool. So basically, I'm creating a new policy, and the policy is allow anybody whose email is Roxy's email. And then I'm also gonna say not and. This is the classic logic thing. We want to say or, not and then we're gonna say email is, and I'm gonna put my email, nick@nickyt.co. Let's save that policy. So we have this new policy called Nick and Roxy now. I'm gonna come over to the route, gonna go to the Open Web UI route, which is our chat there. And I'm going to remove the Nikki T only policy. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. I've just modified the policy. So now there's no policy set on the LLM where we were. So if I refresh this page, it should, in theory, tell me I'm no longer forbidden. And this is a very cool feature because it's like every request we check. So like I just changed the policy. I no longer have access to my chat, which makes me sad, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Let's close a few things here. What's going on in LinkedIn land? Oh, if I'm going to a conference, you need to hear this soon. Yes, that's true. Cool. Let's repost this. Repost with your thoughts. It was great hanging with at Taylor. This is a side note. This is a LinkedIn thing if people don't know. Oh yeah, no, that's no, it's okay, Roxy. I didn't update the policy yet. I didn't add it, so it's normal that you're forbidden. I'll just respond to the tweet here. So one thing on LinkedIn is like people put the full name all the time. If you just do backspace, you can just get their first name and it still links to them. I don't know if people know that or not, but uh, check it out. All right, cool. That was my little side quest. Okay, so this is good. Roxy doesn't have access right now, and that's for good reason. There is no policy here, so nobody can actually go to it. So I'm going to switch the policy to Nick and Roxy. Going to save the route. Now, if I go back to it now, I have access again. Now, Roxy, if you go to, I know you can't show your screen because you're in the chat. Um, but basically, if you try it now, you should be able to access it. And like, you're going to have access to, this is like your free chat GPT now for you, basically. Obviously, it's not as powerful. These are local models, but it's still pretty cool. And I think this is something everybody should have on their machine. It's something good to have. And the nice thing about this is access granted. Cool. Awesome. So that's how easy this is to set up. And I wanted to do it with the Open Web UI because this is actually a very useful case. So basically what you need to do here is well, one, you can just install obviously Open Web UI, like if you want to on your local machine and just access it like on localhost. But if you want to use this, outside of your home, like I travel for work, so like my mini PC is going to keep running. I can use this even if I'm on the road. So yeah. So now just to show again, like just to drive it home, I'm going to remove the policy. I'm going to save it. Roxy, if you try again, you shouldn't have access anymore. And I lost access immediately as well. So I'm going to go put it back though, because, and Roxy, if you want, I can leave you on there if you want your own free Open Web UI. Policies, no policies added. Where did I end up here? Cool. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I'm still forbidden. That's right. It's because I'm not going to the right place. And let's just go add that policy back. So there you go. You got free chat GPT for now. Roxy, feel free to use it. Okay, cool. So I think what I want to do now is, now that we've shown that that works, I'm going to create a repository. There's not much to this, but I want to create an open source repo where you can just pull down this config. All you need to do is add a token from Pomerium 0, and then you can basically have your own. It pays to pop into streams. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, that's cool. I have a pretty fast internet connection thanks to I don't know. I'm not sure how much internet is in the States. I know it's kind of expensive, but here in Montreal at least, and I don't know if it's all over Canada, but I'm paying I think like 65 Canadian and I have 1 gigabit upload download. I got this free upgrade. It's like I was on cable internet and then they said like, "Oh, we're in the," and I had like 500 megabit download and I think like 50 upload. And basically, what happened was they're installing fiber everywhere because there's a lot of fiber in Montreal already because it's pretty big city in Canada, but they just put in the fiber for free. I got a free upgrade, and basically, yeah, it's like I think after tax, maybe it's 75 bucks after tax or something, but basically, it's still pretty solid. Cool. The other thing is, yeah, so you should also be to see. I can't speak. You should also be able to see this route, Roxy. I'll paste it in the chat. Actually, anybody that logs in that goes to this will be able to see this. And I'm gonna log out. So here we go. But yeah, if you just go to that, you just get redirected to this login. So another thing I wanted to mention about Pomerium is so like I'm redirected to a Pomerium login right now, and yes, I logged in with Google or GitHub down here, but you can set up different identity providers. So like you can definitely log in with with Google, GitHub, Auth0, like your own identity provider at your company, so okay. Oh, maybe I did something wrong. um, Here we go. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe show me that after, Roxy, because I'm not completely following. Because typically when you go to like one of the oh, whoops, I sent you the wrong thing. That's why, Roxy. Sorry. It's this one. I sent you one that's running internally only for me. That doesn't work, I think. Uh, this is it for everybody, this one? Any authenticated user? Yeah, okay. I think maybe I pasted it. Uh, this is the one I meant. I'll just paste it in again. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. It should work. If it doesn't, I'll maybe let me know what happened exactly after. Okay, yeah, okay. I think I just copy pasted wrong. Anyways, that's how we roll. Cool. Okay, so gonna pop out of here. At this point, I'm just gonna go into let's make a repo mode. So what we're gonna do is let's go into. I've been using Windsurf lately. I also have um, Cursor, which is really good too. And the other one is like VS Code, obviously. Like there's agent mode in VS Code now, which is pretty solid too. I've been rotating through them, but right now I'm in Cursor. So let's go down here and let's go to my OSS folder, and I'll zoom in here in a second. We don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, and let's go ahead and make a new dir, and we'll call it secure LLM Pomerium. All right, and let's open that up. Okay, so here we go. That's nice. You got a free month. That's cool. Yeah. I think like I know there's people anti AI and stuff, and but like I really do think you should take a peek at these things. They're gonna help you in your work. I use it for not only coding, also writing. Not writing in the sense that I literally get it to write it for me. Like I pull in like ideas I already have, or like previous talks, or like uh, I used a slide deck and converted that into a different talk and stuff. So it's still all my own words and stuff, but it helps with like the stuff where I would have done this all manually. So I just say like pull in all my things and like give me a rough draft of something, and then I just kind of iterate on it. That's typically how I work with it. Okay, so we don't need this stuff open right now. So we want this is going to be mainly a Docker, I think. So like if we come back here, let's go vi compose dot. Nope, that's not it. I don't know how to spell. There's still some things I got to set up on my mini PC properly. Like I have McFly set up, but it doesn't keep my history. There's some stuff I got to look into. Hey, AK Codes, nice to see you, man. Thanks for joining over on YouTube. Okay, so this repository isn't really going to be much, honestly. I'm going to copy this whole thing, and let's copy that, and let's quit. Let's come back here, and then let's just do this is windsurf. This is my shortcut, and we're just going to call it compose.yaml, and we're going to paste this in. And so I'll just talk through everything that's in here. So the first part is this pulls in Pomerium, the image from Docker. Uh, it has to have port 443 open. This is how we communicate when you go to like HTTPS something. If it stops, we want to restart it always. There's a couple environment variables here. Pomerium 0 token is what your token is that you get from Pomerium. I'll show you that in a second. We want a persistent volume because basically if Docker compose brings it down and restarts it, we still want the data in there to persist. Still not a Docker expert, but basically we've defined a main network, I believe. And then some aliases in there are this one, which is the verify app. The verify app really isn't necessary. It's really just a page to show your claims and stuff, like information about you. But I'll leave it in for now. The big thing here is we want to use Open Web UI, and that's actually I didn't talk about it, but I showed it. But if you go to Open Web UI, it's an open source project. So this is what we used. And the other thing is that we are using is Olama. So I'll just share that in case people aren't aware of these things. That's basically what we secured. And if you're just, because I know you just joined AK Codes, basically, did I remove the policy? Okay. So basically we secured Open Web UI with Pomerium. Yeah, I love the little llama here. Cute little guy. Or yeah, just cute. Cute. I still like my alpaca that I have over on the left there, but the llama's pretty cute too. But yeah, like I was saying, AK Codes, basically we secured Open Web UI with Pomerium. Pomerium's a place where I work. It's just a really good piece of software if you want to secure what matters to you. It's also great for home labs. That's kind of what I'm doing on here right now. So what I was saying to Roxy before is I just wanted to create a repository where I'm going to push this up to GitHub, and basically it'll be a repo people can pull down if they want to try out Pomerium, but also it's kind of useful because you end up with your own kind of free chat GPT. And like I was saying too, obviously, um, you know, it's not, it's not as good necessarily as, like some like Open AI or like Claude, because these are big companies with very large models, but I still think it's useful to have this. Okay. Now I'm almost thinking we don't even need the verify, but I'll leave it in there for now because it's just, yeah, we'll leave it. So the other things to mention are there's some environment variables. These are for Open Web UI, but we're specifying the web URL, and That should also be an environment variable actually, because when you set up Pomerium, you're gonna have your own URL there. So I think we should bring that in as well. So this should really be like this. Exactly. And what we're going to do is let's do wind.env.example. So this is just, yeah, exactly. We'll just say, I'm going to change it, but we also need the Pomerium token, this one up here. There, and then just say replace with your Pomerium 0 token, and here, yes, your domain dot Pomerium dot app. There we go. That's good. And there, we'll leave those other things. Okay, yeah. So the alias, see, yeah, I don't think we need the, well, we could do this. Let's just change this to verify URL. So let's do that. That's not what I wanted to do. Dollar verify. I guess we could do, yeah, let's do verify. Whoops, should be capitals. Save that. And yes, that's good. Save that. Oh, also, let's add a git ignore. So this is just for YAML, basically. Let's see here. What is a good git ignore file for YAML only? It's going to generate one, but no, I don't want to ignore them. I don't want to ignore them. All I meant was those are the files in the project. Yes, exactly. I don't know if I need node modules. Yes, we want to ignore that. That's probably not bad. Win dot get ignore, not fit ignore. Yeah. And let's hide that. Okay, let's paste that in. DS store for OS. Yeah, sure. Ignore. We don't necessarily want to ignore ID. Well, we'll leave it for now. Let's. We're not building anything. Okay, ignore log files. We're not even going to have node modules, honestly. That's probably good enough. Hey, how's it going? Unheard Stone 420, Stoner 420. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right. Sorry. Hope you're doing well today. So basically, what I was showing Unheard Stone, since he just joined, is I work at a place called Pomerium. We're just a really good way to secure kind of what matters to you. It's great for securing internal apps and home labs, that kind of stuff. And basically, I was demoing locking down Open Web UI running with Olama, and basically uh, getting securing it. So like, obviously, you can install these things on your own machine and just go to localhost and access them, but I've secured it. It's on my mini PC, so I can access this anywhere in the world now as long as I have the URL. So that's that. And then basically, what I want to do here is, and you can see here, I didn't show this before, Roxy, but it's kind of got similar features to like Claude or Chat GPT, where you got your previous conversations and stuff. You can search and so on. It's pretty solid, honestly. Okay. But what we're doing now on Herd Stoner 420 is I'm just creating it's very simple repo, but I'm gonna push up a repo where you can just clone it, pop in your stuff, and you're good to go. And let's see here. All right. Yeah, later, Roxy. Thanks for hopping in. Um, so there's that. The devices, this is like specific to my own machine. So let's see here. We'd want to add that to. Let's go to, let's just close a few things. Not that. Let's close that. Yes, leave. Okay. Close this. Don't need my chat GPT open. All right. Not that. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's go secure LLM. Mariam. Oh, you're learning Next.js. Cool stuff. You use an app router, I'm assuming, not the pages router, or are you completely new to Next.js? Just asking. I used to work at Netlify, so I was on the frameworks team. So my job was making sure Next.js and other frameworks actually worked on Netlify. Cool. So yeah, it's based off of this. So this is what we're looking at. Unheard Stoner 420. Let me paste this in. So this is a guide to set up Pomerium with like Open Web UI and Olama. And I just decided to like, why don't we just make a repo they can pull down? All right, so what else do we need? Let's do a README and let's post that in and let's save that as yes. And we'll just call this readme.md, not read-d. Let me rename that. Yeah, you're probably using app router. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, you're probably using, if you didn't pick anything, you're definitely using app router, which is a new one. Like if you're using React server components, that's all app router. Okay, so we got a README. I'll spice this up, obviously. This repo is based off the instructions in there. Oh, cool. What's your project? Why don't you share it in the chat and I'll copy it. I'll not copy it. I'll copy and paste it so I can show people. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead and pop in the chat. I think Nightbot's gonna erase it, but I'll still be able to copy it. Yeah, just pop it in the chat there, and then I'll bring it up on screen in a second. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, so you probably just got a message from Nightbot. Don't worry about that. Okay. Oh, hey, I guess your name is Ben. Cool. Nice. I'm just zooming it in. It's good that it's zooming and still showing stuff. That's good. Okay, so one thing I'd say is I zoomed in and all of a sudden I can't see part of it. That could be yeah, I think that's a slight accessibility thing, but let's not worry about that right now. Um, where's ON? Is that Ontario you're talking about? You from Canada as well? Tilsonburg, ON. I can't think of a state that's ON. Oklahoma. That's not Oregon, is it? I'm just curious now. Yeah, okay, it is. Okay, Ontario. All right. Canada representing. I'm from Montreal. Cool. Um, cool. So you got your portfolio here. I'll zoom it in again here. Um, but yeah, there's one thing, like I was gonna say. So as I zoom in, it's good that I can zoom in and things still look good. It looks like your scroll. I can't scroll up after at that point, but let's not worry about that now. That's weird that you sorry, unheard. Sorry, Ben. Ryan just dropped in the chat here. Yeah, I don't know what's up with LinkedIn. I'm wired up to it. People said even on when I was doing the Pomerium live stream that they couldn't comment there either. So I'm using Restream if you're wondering, Ryan. And I do it through OBS, but they have a studio. The downside to doing it through the studio for like a reasonable price is you only get 720p, but if you do it through OBS, you can still get 1080p. You can get 1080p in the studio, but it's really expensive. Same thing with like StreamYard as well. Yeah, so cool. So you got your skills here and your portfolio. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, it's good you can zoom in. I'm sure it's nothing big, but basically you should be able to scroll up still. So you got some coming soon stuff. So featured projects. Okay, so for me at least the links don't open unless let me inspect this. I'm guessing it might just be a hash bang. Let's see here. Inspect. Okay. Area label. Okay, so it's an anchor. For some reason, it's not opening your URL when I click on it. Okay, cool. It's weird though. It's a link to Vercel. I know this one's deployed on Netlify, but it's still not going to the. Oh yeah, sorry. It opened in a new window. There we go. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that threw me off. Uh, or no, it didn't. It finally loaded. It took a second. I think yeah, the portfolio one won't work yet. So one thing I would say is like, yeah, maybe if things aren't working yet, don't show them or say coming soon or something. Uh, Steam item tracker. So these things aren't working right now. Like I said, I would either get them working or don't show them for now. Another thing about web links is typically you want to keep them in the same browser window normally. There's times when you do want it to pop out. Um, like I know you're trying to keep your main page open, but that's one thing I would suggest. Um, I think color contrast wise, I think everything's okay. We can do a check here. Oh, I don't have the color contrast tool. Hold on a sec. I'm on my work PC and I'm not doing web development for work really. So what is it called? Hold on a sec. I can't remember the name. Uh, I'll paste this in. This is all the stuff I use for anybody interested. But where is that tool? Color contrast. Oh, I don't have it in here maybe. Okay. Color contrast tool. I can't remember the name of it. It's a really good. There's web. Yeah, this is it. TPGI. This is a really good contrast checker. Somebody I know who's an accessibility expert recommended it. Since you're doing web development, I strongly suggest installing this. So I'm gonna just go install it on my machine. Cool. There we go. Not gonna be able to review your whole portfolio because I got to get back to what I was doing, but we can do this mini side quest. So, all right, color contrast analyzer. So this tool is really good. So you want to make sure you have good contrast for things. So like, I'm pretty sure your foreground color here is fine with the white, but just for showcasing things, let's just go ahead. There we go. So you passed all the color contrast. That's good. I can't zoom in this tool, unfortunately. Okay, so now we can also check. let's check the orange. How's that one fare up? Okay. So the orange is failing color contrast checks. So, hey, what's up, Fuzzy? Good to see you, man. I gotta remove Nightbot Fuzzy because like I love your emojis and it always says like stop spamming emotes to you. So, anyways, uh, but yeah, Ben, you'd probably need a darker orange here. So, like if we and then the nice thing about this color contrast picker is you could tweak it then. So, like, oh no, not here. We could do this. Like, let's inspect it. And let me put the tools on the side actually. Okay. So let me zoom in the dev tools for a sec here. So in here, we can actually, we got styles, we got your orange here. So this is, you probably want to have a different orange, a darker one. So actually, you're using Tailwind. So let's just do it automatically. Let's just do this. So let's inspect this again. And yeah. Okay, so let's try 600. Let's try 700. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing your Tailwind doesn't have the orange 700 in it or the 600. Yeah, because it compiled it away probably. All right, so let's go back to the 500. So let's just change it here. Let's just make it darker. So like, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what the proper, like you got to figure out what color looks good for you, obviously. But where did my color contrast tool go? I'm guessing this will probably pass now. Okay, so it's passing more, but basically there's some color contrasting stuff. Hey Ryan, no, I am not doing multi-cloud today. That's something I will get into eventually. That's demoing that. I'm not there yet. So that will come at some point though. Um, but yeah, Ben. So yeah, main thing I would say is for now at least, yeah, fix the zooming issue. Uh, do use look at that color contrast tool and do some cleanups there. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close your portfolio, but if anyone who wants to check it out, I'll drop a link to it again. Paste. Boom. Cool. And also, thanks for joining the stream, Ben. Okay, so yeah, so what I was doing here was I was just like, why don't we just create a repo? It's not much to it. It's basically the YAML file, but pull that down. The thing that would be nice about this is if you could from Pomerium, you could do this with the non-zero one, but in Pomerium right now, when you go to do new route or like I'd kind of want one here where we could have a pre-built one where you have an open web UI route and stuff and it can default but that's something I can't do right now. Yeah, it's an Astro site, eh? Yeah, big fan of Astro. And if you're curious, Ben, I'm actually doing I've done I've done some live streams on Astro. Hung out with my old coworker Matt Kane, who works at Astro now. He's the one that did like the server islands and stuff. And I'm actually gonna be doing a live stream about server islands. So that's happening. What date is that? Oh, yeah, that's next week actually. If you want to check that out, that's just another side thing I do. Cool. I just gotta check my work Slack real quick. All right, marketing. Let's see what's going on. Okay, cool. And okay, that's yeah, I was just checking my two Slacks. Ryan was in there saying, "Hey, yeah, great addition to Core. Yeah, Matt's a legend. Got to see him in London when I was there for KubeCon. So I actually saw Matt and also saw Erica, and because I was on the well, I know you know this Fuzzy, but I was on the frameworks team at Netlify, and they were the other. There was five of us on the original frameworks team, so I got to see. There was 3/5 of us in London, basically. So it was cool to hang. All right, so yeah, like I said, this repo is not much. Uh, I think as a Pomerium Zero thing, it might be fine for now. But the one thing, so one thing I figured out is for here, because I was like when I first, yeah, Eric. Oh yeah, no, there's Erica as well. Yeah, Erica on the Astro team, yes, superstar, who's actually in Montreal as well. But I meant Erica from Netlify, who I used to work with, who's on the frameworks team as well. But both Ericas are awesome. Um, yeah, I met Erica and Matt, and well, I met the whole Astro team when they came in Montreal last year for the. It was like a meetup, but honestly, it was like a fancy meetup. I thought when it said Astro Meetup Montreal, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go check it out, and it was in the old port of Montreal, which is really beautiful. A lot of tourism there, but it was actually a fancy thing. Not that you had to show up in shirt and tie for an Astro meetup, but like it was very laid back. But it was just a really nice venue, drinks, lots of nice food. It wasn't just like pizza boxes and stuff. There was a bunch of people there, including some people from Century, and yeah, it was just a really good time. Oh no, sorry, didn't mean to make that sting, Fuzzy. Sorry. Cool. All right. So yeah. So basically, what I wanted to do is basically just push up this small like repo to GitHub, and it's just kind of like a quick way to get started. The thing that would be nice with this is, like I was saying, is if you can go to Pomerium Zero and just say like, I want to have my own LLM, and like that's an option with default routes. So I'm gonna mention that at work actually after the stream. Let me put that in my notes. Have a open web UI home lab default routes setup. Cool. All right. So we've got our environment example here. Cool. Web UI this or whatever you called your route for open web UI in the Pomerium Zero console. I'll add some readmes to this. Verify, no, that one stays the same. Cool. Yeah, so the thing I wanted to say was I got GPU acceleration working, or sorry, I got GPU working. Oh, nice. Good to hear, Fuzzy. I don't know if you can share where you're at or if you don't want to. If not, you can DM me after. But glad you found somewhere. So, yeah, initially, I set this up, and with Open Web UI, like if we come to here, not open source, but Open Web UI. Okay, so installing it, you have two options. You can run it with GPU support or not. And basically, I tried this mode and it just didn't find my driver. So I'm wondering if I have to put a section to say just set up your GPU, maybe. I'm trying to make this easy, but so this here, I guess we could just say like, is that what got added there? Yeah, I think so. If you have a G and uncomment the following line and make sure to have the and configure your GPU. It's not in the console. This is in the YAML. Configure your GPU the appropriate, no, that's not what I want to say, and configure your own GPU, e.g. Cool, let's save that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not well versed in GPU at all, and so like I just figured it out. Just a bit of, I think it was more Chat GPT helping out there, and some people mentioned it in the chat too. Um, yeah, so there's some things you got to do here, but okay, so there's that. There. Just trying to see if there's anything else I should be pulling out of here. There. I wonder if we could just say, make this a variable. Dollar GPU device. That's good. And I'm guessing Windsurf is going to know. Yes. And let's just do EG. Dev driver your device. Okay, that's good. Just trying to make this easy. If you have a GPU, you can open the line and configure your own GPU device in your .env file. Cool. That's good. Let's see what else. Just trying to make this generic as possible. Okay, I think that's as generic as possible. And I'm actually going to, what do we need? That, yeah, that. We can leave the verify. Okay, so basically I'm gonna copy these over and I'm gonna go back to my mini PC to test this. So I'm logged into my mini PC here. I'm just going to zoom in here and I'm gonna just switch to chat mode for a second so you don't see my screen because I just gotta open up my .env file. You get to hang with me, the Flash, Darth Vader, and my mini PC. Dot, whoops, wrong. That's not the env file. Vi env. Cool. All right. Insert. There we go. Web UI URL. There. That's good. Basically, I just want to make sure it works with the environment files. Just got to go get my domain again. What is it? Let's log in. Cool. Cool. This is my domain here. Brief pigeon. Cool. Give me 1 sec. I'll be sharing my screen again shortly. Just wanted to update my whole .env file with this stuff to make sure this works. There. Okay, that looks good. Escape, right, quit. All right, let's bring it back. No doxing, eh? No doxing today. You can dox me in the chat with your emotes until the Nightbot likes you. All right. Okay, so basically gonna go clean this up now. So let's do this and what did I have in here? Verify URL. Let's just bring this over here. Let's bring this over here. Okay. Yeah, so this, escape, DD, insert, boom, whoops. Okay, and there. There we go. I wonder how many. Do a test for me, Fuzzy. How many emotes does it take for Nightbot to get angry? I feel like it's 4. Could be wrong. It's not 2 because it's letting you. Okay, that's good. Verify. What else did I need? Oh yeah, so we need to do the web URL. Cool. Let's see what else here. Yeah, so let's change this one. Two, three, nice. 4. Ah, it's 4. All right. Well, now we know. Web UI underscore URL. There, that's good. What else do we have? Verify web UI GPU device. That's right. Okay, so here, let's delete this. Bum, bum. Dollar GPU device. All right. Okay, escape right quit. All right, let's do Docker compose down. Let's see if it worked. Docker compose up. These are just aliases. Okay, let's go back here. Seems to be loading still, so that's good. And if we go to LLM, okay, so everything's still working with the environment variables. That's good. Awesome. Cool. So that passes that test. And let's see what else. Okay, we got that. There's nothing else in here, I don't think. The thing I'm wondering is GPUs. How did we do it in here? Yeah, so LM access. That's good. Okay, so they don't have the GPU in there here. So like, I just want to double check. Chat Jupiter. All right. I don't need the sidebar. Okay. For this open web UI snippet from compose.yaml, how do I enable GPU? I think what I did was right, but could be wrong. Oh, interesting. I wasn't using GPU with this setup, I guess. Okay, device it. Okay. And okay, so I didn't have it properly set up actually. Runtime NVIDIA. Okay, I'm gonna give them my example though. Where is it? P.env. Okay. Okay. This is my device, and I'm on a Minis forum mini PC. This is very important context. Well, thank you, ChatGPT. Yeah, so this is good because then I can provide the different scenarios. So I'm gonna first configure it for my own machine. See, this is stuff where I think LLMs are great because it's like, I don't know this config. All right, so that's all I need to do. Okay, devices. All right, so let's go back to my compose.yaml. All right. Also, I got to get better at shortcuts in VI here because I know the basic ones, but like I know I can navigate around this a lot better than the way I'm operating at the moment. Okay, where was it? Here. Okay, and okay, networks, devices. Okay, so okay, I had the device. Okay, no, I did have the device right almost. K dollar. That looks the same. Group add. Okay, so I was just missing this really. Okay, there. Group add video group to allow access to dev DRI. Check with get ent group video. Okay. And then GPU devices. Devices allow the container to see and use the GPU device. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because this is the host and I want to share it to. Okay, yeah, got it. So basically, hey, David, let's pair sometimes on VI commands. They are not so hard to learn with some practice. Yeah, no, for sure, David. Yeah, if you want to hop on sometime, let's do that. I know it's just I don't have the muscle memory of them yet, and there's a bunch I don't know, and it's like, I know it's just going through pain of learning a few and then just rinse repeat. So yeah, let's definitely do that. Also, thanks for joining, David. Right. Okay, so let's go back here. So this is good, but like it says, we got to map it to the actual GPU device. Cool. All right. I think that's good. Let's escape, right quit. Let's do Docker compose down. Uh, Actually, gonna create a new config too. Anyways, let's do Docker compose up. Okay, seemed to work. So the way we can test this actually is, and you know what? I instead of asking ChatGPT, I should be using what I have access to. Okay, so unauthorized, really? Why is it saying unauthorized as well? Okay. So this is you just joined, David, but basically I secured Open Web UI with an Olama with Pomerium, so I have access to this anywhere in the world now. So what the heck was I about to do? Oh yeah, no, I tested it. That's good. So actually, yeah, let's go back to the compose.yaml. So we want that and we want this. So let's just copy those two lines. Let's go back to windsurf and come here. And let's just do this. Whoa. There we go. And let's just comment these out. Whoops. There we go. Cool. So this will allow them to use a GPU if they want. And we still have that there. And let's see here. We can add to this. So if we go back to ChatGPT, okay. Create a short blurb about configuring GPU for the README. Of this file. Just going to paste in the whole compose.yaml to give it some context. Just want to add this section to as markdown that I can copy. All right, almost done. The one thing I've noticed consistently with ChatGPT, maybe Claude too, I can't remember. When you ask for Markdown, if what they originally had Markdown, uh, you see how it breaks. So all of a sudden, it's not all Markdown. So you know what? I think I'll just take what it had originally. So let's see here. Note. Okay, I'm going to copy that and I'm just going to go into Google actually. And I'm going to say paste is markdown. No, just paste. And then I'm going to say copy is markdown. That's what I wanted. And now if I come back to the README, there we go. Also, shameless plug, but that markdown in Google Docs, that's a tip I'm dropping in June, I think, on my newsletter, onetipaweek.com. For anybody interested, shameless plug in progress. So yeah, exactly. So here, I don't need this copy edit. And this is really da da da. Okay, that there. Okay, cool. That's good. All right. And if your machine has a GPU, blah, 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 you can enable GPU for Open Web UI to accelerate models. To do so, uncomment the devices and group lines in the Docker Compose. Yeah, yes, exactly. For example, on an AMD. Okay, that's good. This project is based off of the instructions. Let's just open this. So I know you joined late there, David, but basically I'm just making it's basically this guide here is basically what this project is, but I'm just trying to make it easier with maybe some more instructions and just as something that people can just clone instead of coming in here and then copy pasting and stuff. So so let's do in Pomerium's self-hosted guide. There we go. Cool. Okay. Let's do new. Mention the configuring. I can't spell today in the README. I don't care. I'm just not spelling it correctly. So there should be, this is stuff I'm just like, I'm good with what it's going to add here probably. So it's going to add these things. Where did it add it? Okay, that's good. I'll accept all, sure. And I'm gonna move this up, but okay, these secure LLM with Pomerium. This shouldn't be level 3 heading. You can't take the web dev out of me. All right, GPU acceleration optional. Actually, that could be a subsection of this environment configuration, environment. Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see what that looks like. I don't think I have this installed yet, but Markdown preview. Yeah, I don't have everything on this machine yet. Trust Publisher and install. Cool. And let's do preview. Yeah. Yeah, it's YAML's YAML. I'm getting used to it. Um, import. I don't need to import the table of contents. Markdown. Okay, this is not the regular Markdown preview. I just want to preview it. Oh, there we go. Open preview. So basically, it's just, I don't think this is the same one I was using, but cool. That's all good. Nice. All right, there. Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna push this up for now so I don't lose anything. So I actually didn't do a git init actually. Okay, let's do git add, git CI, initial commit, GitHub repo create, create a new repository, push an existing, yes. What did I call it? Secure LLM Pomerium. Cool. There. Boom. There we go. Cool. Yes, it's public. Yes, add a remote. Yeah. You know what? Let's get rid of that bot right now, Fuzzy. Okay. Here we go. Hold on a sec. Yeah, Nightbot's driving me nuts. Nightbot. I already have it in my chat, but let's just log in. Yes. Okay, so where is it? How do you remove Nightbot? Commands there. There's stuff that's useful. Where is it? Chat moderation. Okay. Excess emotes. Let's just turn it off. There we go. Okay, Fuzzy, go for it. Give me 4 emotes and see what we get. All right. Okay. Well, when you have a chance, drop 4 emotes. Repetitions, excess symbols. You know what? I'm fine without that for now. This setting will enable filtering of messages sent from other channels. That's okay. This will allow, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let's configure this. There's definitely some here. Why does this say copy youtube.com? Let's add GitHub. There we go. We're in business. All right. Okay. Where did I add this list or is this just default things? Okay. 5. Okay, so why is it still spamming? All right. Anyways, that's good there. I don't have to save this, I guess. Okay, chat moderation. XS emotes. I wonder if it'll kick in. Stop spamming words, phrasing, warning. Okay. XS caps. I don't care about that for now. You know what? Forget repetitions. Shared chat. Blacklist word phrases that I'm okay with. Links enabled but filtered. Okay. I'll leave it like that for now, Fuzzy. Hopefully that's okay for now. Cool, cool. Let me just check work Slack again. do. Okay. Gotta check something out after. Just gotta put a reminder for myself to check this after the stream. Okay, what else going on? I'm enjoying doing the live coding streams again. Okay, there. Yeah, sorry, just getting sidetracked for a sec. I just got to check a few things on LinkedIn. Not LinkedIn. Why did I say LinkedIn? I meant Slack. All right, we done. Cool. There should be just a fuzzy setting. Yes, definitely. I'm gonna revisit Nightbot. Honestly, I forget what I had before. There's like I don't know if it was stream elements I had for moderation or what, but yeah, I'll revisit that. Okay, so we got the README there with some more improvements. Let's see what else. Okay, this is basically done the YAML file. Let's go back to the README. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, it's based off the instructions in. Prerequisites, Pamirum 0. That's it. And we don't need these things. Docker compose, or orb stack. Is that really orb stack's link? I don't think it is it? Oh, it is. Okay. We want this one. Or orb stack. There we go. Cool. Pamirium 0 account. Yeah, go ahead. Drop it, Fuzzy. Let's see here. L Pamirium 0. Try now. Create account. Copy link. I'm gonna create a for this here. I'm gonna create a Bitly account, Bitly link, because I actually do want to track if people actually create a 0 account from here. But a GitHub org with repos for different runtime and languages, each responsible for publishing their respective registries, and also allow for private packages and have packages behind a paywall. I need auth and machine-to-machine tokens of sorts. You can definitely. I don't know if you're asking about the auth stuff because of Premiere, or if you just mean the idea in general. But the we work with, like, you can definitely do the auth. There's policies as well, but you can also use tokens like service account tokens for machine to machine stuff as well. That's all available. And you can use the open core version for all that. I'm not gonna, you know, I mean, if you're interested in enterprise stuff at some time, maybe, but like I'll say try out our enterprise, but like you can get all that with the open core, which is which I think would help with that. But you want repos with different runtime. I'm assuming do you mean different JavaScript runtimes, or do you mean just different runtimes in general? And they responsible for respective registries and allow for private packages and have, yeah, we have service account tokens. Here we go. Service account. There's a few, not the Kubernetes one, but there is service account. Where is it? Here we go. Service accounts. You can read up on it if you want to, Fuzzy. Um, I haven't done much with that yet. There's still a lot of stuff I'm learning, to be honest. Okay, different languages in runtime like .NET. So are you kind of like something like chocolatey or nougat? Well, no, like nougat you could post like JavaScript and like .NET stuff and stuff, but no, it sounds interesting. I guess like what's the I guess what's okay. Okay, different repos. Okay, sorry. I read that wrong initially. I thought this was like a mono repo with all these things in it. Okay. Yeah, I think that could make sense. Probably have to see it a little more fleshed out. Not like implemented, but just like a bit more to it. But could be interesting. All right, cool. Close that. So where was I? So yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will Toto bit.ly link. Yes, this is something I need to track, but I don't think it's anything nefarious, really. It's just really to see if are people actually creating accounts from here. So, anyways, um, okay, that's cool. Um, that okay. Pomerium configure. Okay, you have nightmares as a service. Okay, that's perfect. Thanks, Fuzzy. Awesome. Configure Pomerium 0. So routes. Um, you should get. You only need. Okay. When you create a new Pomerium 0 account, you'll be taking a Pomerium, and you can create a new route for Open Web UI. There will already be one for the verify route, which is just a page to show your claims in your JWT when logged in. You'll also have one policy out of the box, which will allow access to only you via the email you use to sign up with. Cool. All right. Nightmares of service. What a great niche industry that would be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. All right. I think I'm going to call it here for today. I'm going to wrap up a few more things in this repo, but I'll push this up later. I'll talk about it later. I'll probably post on socials. Hey, go try out Zero. Secure your own chat Jupiter. Cool. Anyways, thanks hanging in the chat. We kind of sorted out Nightbot for Fuzzy, which is great because I always love having Fuzzy in the chat. Good people and always just brings good vibes. And thanks Ryan too. And I know Roxy had to cut out, and there was a few other people. Always got some lurkers too, but that's all good. Just glad you joined. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna check. I should be live streaming at the same time tomorrow, but Fridays will probably be the only day where it's slightly different to schedule, or I might take a break Fridays. We'll see. Anyways, take care, peeps, and we'll see you in the next one.